Greenberg. Santana back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late.
That one ripped left field. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
That's a laser base hit. Man at first with one gone. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Gunnar Henderson. Fouled off to the right.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. A two-run shot. His second home run of the game. It's 11-0. Here comes the skipper. So one out, nobody on. And next for the Red Sox, Gil Hodges. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one ripped. Makes the catch up against the wall.
It was all over that fastball right there. Tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Down the right field line. That's a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. Now the tag at second, and she's out. Trying for two. Back at Globe Life Field. And here is Sosa to the plate. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's one away. Here's some real power at the plate. Ted Simmons. Late on that fastball.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
Winker makes the grab, and there's two gone. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
0-2 is the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. They trail in this one 11-0. That's ripped. Base hit. Back to the top of the lineup, Jesse Winker up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered here in this one. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they succeed.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add on. It's 13-0. Now, Alex Rodriguez. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 14-0. So stepping in for Boston, Manny Ramirez. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back there. And that ball is out of here. A solo shot. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 15-0.
Pitching for the
Hank
Rangers.
Greenberg up next for the Red Sox. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That one drilled left field. That's back there. Gone. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 16-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And he beats it. He's safe.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
At the plate, Gunnar Henderson. That one ripped right center field. And that is gone. And he's gone yard again. They are unloading here their 5th homer of the inning. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 18-0. Here's a rocket out to left. And that one pulled down by Jimenez. And there's one down. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Jenna McDonald. She's already homered here in this one. That one is absolutely belted. Going, gone. Her second home run of the game, and they... Ryan Barucki gets the ball now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that turns the lineup over.
He was all over that one. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now Jesse Winker, and it's into the gap. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. And stepping in for Boston, Alex Rodriguez. And there's a base hit to left. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they extend their lead. Now it's the power speed combo. Manny Ramirez. He's a guy who does it all. And a base hit. Here comes Winker. He'll score the relay, and he's out trying for 2. So man aboard, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Hank Greenberg. He's already homered in this game. Base hit and a run in to score. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Next to hit, Andrew McCutchen. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double. Second and third now.
The batter, number 2.
That's ball 4.
Up next for the Red Sox, the shortstop, Alex Rodriguez.
And it's through for a hit.
These guys today are so great with handling.
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45. Whoa. And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that's a foul ball. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Swings through it for the K. And they're down to their last out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And first offering is fouled off. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3. I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon boot. And
big dome.
It took a while.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Pete Alonso. Tap foul at the plate. The Rangers down to their final strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Arenado off of first with 2 away. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Five foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Hit to second, and this should do it. And that'll do it.
That's an out.
McDonald with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
So this battle is very personal. Taylor feels like Maria took her skills and now she's taking her finals.
I'm a Colorado girl. I've been skiing my whole life, so I know how great food. Something easily shared, heavy without like weighing me down. So I'm making a Frito Misto, which is just a big basket of fried deliciousness. It's a huge crowd pleaser.
I did learn a lot from Taylor, but I know very well what people need and people want. Something that heats up my body as soon as I get down the mountain. I'm making fancier scallops with fresh corn grits. Very simple dish, but a nice warm après ski dish. A little saffron in there goes really well with a sweet element like corn.
Saffron comes from flour. It has a very aromatic floral 5 to it, and it can easily overpower a dish, but you have to use it sparingly.
There's nothing more personal than 2 previous friends, right? And one actually actively tries to take out their business. Taylor was mean, and hey, are you angry?
Yes,
You taking Maria out today?
it's my chance. Not in here. Now that the corn grits are going, I'm gonna make a Brazilian side dish called farofa. That's gonna be kind of like the topping of my dish. We can make farofa out of any element that you can crisp up. In this case, I'm starting it with some pancetta. I am